Hey, it's your boy ABoog Carter, and we are back and having fun in this award-winning edition of Urban Grind Radio. Dub got us in here, man, with the Ruff Ryder
on the Sunday,
like on the July the 4th Sunday.
July 4th.
This gonna live forever with me. This milestone, man. Who got in the building, Dub?
Man, so I'm gonna let him introduce himself, but I had the pleasure to chop it up with this brother right here. He had a really powerful television interview that I like. He works in the video end, but like also he's also my brother because he's a fellow veteran. He's a Marine, a devil dog, combat veteran.
I mean, he get busy. I feel left out all the time.
Yes.
I was gonna wear my pants, you know what I'm saying, just
so,
to fit in with you guys today, man.
Welcome to Urban Grind Radio. Let them know who you are and what you got going on. Where you from?
Thank you guys for the great introduction. My name is Dayvon, but everybody calls me D. I'm from Westchester, White Plains, New York. I do video and photo as well as direct, and I've been actually working with Ruff Ryders for about 6 years underneath Waah, the CEO and founder of Ruff Ryders, as his personal photographer and videographer. I am also a small business owner myself. I own Shadow Media, which is a production company that's based out of Connecticut, Bridgeport, Connecticut. Wow. So that's pretty much what I'm doing right now, and I also have some merch lines that I'm working on. But that's pretty much it.
You said Bridgeport, Connecticut?
Yeah, Bridgeport, Connecticut.
So for a lot of people who don't know what I'm saying, I'm sorry, I just got to drop a gem of that. That's where the famous Paul Levesque is from. If you guys know who Paul Levesque is, that is Triple H. So we started with somebody like Connecticut, man. They got talent out there, baby.
Yeah, Connecticut, honestly, Connecticut got a lot of hidden jewels. We got a lot of talent. We got, oh God, I'm having a brain fart right now. But I know we have, oh God, it's going to come back to me. But we have a lot of good stuff, a lot of good people out there and a lot of, you know what's funny about Connecticut? We have a lot of people that are artists in New York that actually live in Connecticut, or Jersey.
See?
So either you live in Connecticut or Jersey from New York if you're an artist, because honestly you just don't want to do it.
I heard Cam.
What's the drive from New York to Connecticut?
The drive from New York to Connecticut is about 35 minutes.
Oh, that's not. People drive like 2 hours.
It's really not that bad. People think it's bad, but it's really like
really
35
close like that.
Yeah, it's close. So if you're coming from like Portchester to Stamford, Connecticut, that's probably about a 20-minute drive. But if you're going from like Stamford, which is the beginning of Connecticut, or Greenwich, which is the beginning of Connecticut, to New York, that's about, like the city to like Manhattan, that's about 45 minutes.
That's crazy. I heard one time with Cam, he had a song where he was messing with 50 called Curtis, and I remember in the credits he was arguing with him. He was like, "You don't stay in New York. You live in Connecticut." And I thought you just
it's funny because New York people always joke about Connecticut. You know what I'm saying? They go hard on Connecticut.
That's crazy.
So, what are you doing in Chicago, man? Tell us what you got going on. Are you here filming? Are you part of the?
So I'm doing both. So I'm a host on the radio show on the Latin Fusion, and I also film. So I film all the episodes that we have, and I work with Ruff Ryders, and then I host every Wednesday.
So you said that you tapped in with the big guy over at Ruff Ryder Radio. How did that develop?
That's crazy.
That relationship.
Okay, this is good. Yeah, this one's good. All right, so I was working with a friend, and I was volunteering my time as a photographer with children, and we had celebrities that was coming in who was explaining to children that it's possible to make it. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't matter where you come from. They was in the same situation and circumstances. So I was doing photos for free. And Wally was one of the celebrities that had came on a show. And I was taking photos and stuff like that. So once he saw the content that I produced, it was like, oh, wow, you're really good. You know, I want you to stop by the studio sometime. So I got in the studio, and I took photos, and I took video, and I just practiced, and I practiced, and I practiced, and practiced. And next thing you know, I was like, okay, I want you to come with me. I want you to do this with me. You know what I'm saying? I want you to travel here. So I started doing that, you know. And I shot the videos, I edited the videos, and then I submit it, you know, get it approved, and went down the whole chain of command. I've been doing that for the past couple of years.
You see, like, I want y'all to lock into how you explain, because like I always say, artists have a problem with long-term investment, right? So you didn't see him say like he jumped in, and he just got discovered right away.
He was doing it for free.
I want you to understand too, when he met somebody that was very, very high in the power, it didn't just click right away either. So some of you artists and some of us entertainers, we meet heavy people, and if we feel like that's supposed to be the moment, you don't know when the moment comes, and then you still have to go from there. So basically, when you make it to a new level, you got to keep going to the next level. You should never think that you're there. Keep going, keep going. And he just explained that, like, I work. You heard him. He said, I worked, and before you know it, that very major person he met back then, you know what I'm saying, was like, okay, let's take it to another level. Like that's what's
right.
up,
And
bro.
he was there doing some like community work, working with the kids.
Yeah.
Genuinely pure.
Probably like trying to like obviously build your
Uplift them.
stuff, right?
Yeah.
Your resume as well,
Yeah.
and perfect your craft. And then you present an opportunity. So that's what I'm saying. Like I seen people be scared to do things because, like, oh, I want to get paid. Like, yeah, everybody wants to get paid, but look at the opportunities that develop.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna tell you, like I tell people this all, the coolest stuff I've ever done in my life, I didn't get paid for. Like I did it for myself, for my team, or the squad. Like that was like the best. You know what I mean? So like, I think people really undervalue it, man. And you know, we had the opportunity to talk. You're also, like I said, as I said earlier, combat veteran. Tell me, you know, what branch of service and where'd you serve, man?
Yeah, I was a Marine, represent first time, second Marines, Alpha Company. We did a tour in Afghanistan, so the big guys, Motor T. And my MOS was 3531, but I got to work with a lot of
Which is, tell them the civilians.
3531 is Motor T operator, so pretty much everyone jokes around and calls us glorified truck drivers or bus drivers, but
the logistics.
with logistics, with element support, so pretty much we can do everything from driving gas, driving food, hauling, to actually being forward with the grunts and operating some of the vehicles that we have out there. So,
And this is vital. I'm talking like there's no food, there's nothing for miles.
No,
like if that truck don't come,
yeah, and it's very important, you know, and honestly, we are the biggest targets because the enemy knows that if they take out our truck, they take out the food, they take out the gas, they take out the supplies. So we become the biggest threat when we're out there, honestly. So they try to hit us even harder compared to like the grunts that are on the ground. Shoot.
how long were you in country?
I was in country for 7 months.
Yeah, and then so did you get a lot of action?
Yeah, we did. We did 2 big pushes while we're out there, but we got indirect fire, we got mortar fire constantly on the base. We were constantly going into the bunkers. We did a lot of different things as far as private security for nurses, for VIPs. Which VIPs are like generals and high command and officers, and then as well as civilian contractors that were out there from America, helping and teaching some of the military, including some of the Afghan A&A.
Man, well, first off, thank you for your service. That's
Thank
major,
you.
man. I really appreciate it. And it's so crazy because I heard you when we did a TV interview. I got to hear you say that you got into photography to help deal with some post-traumatic stress from the military.
Yes. So I got into photography because I deal with post-traumatic stress, PTSD, and I was having really bad anxiety, and I was not going outside. I was staying home. I separated myself from all the friends. Curtains was closed, blinds was closed. I would stare at the TV, even if there was nothing on the TV. It was different. I didn't know what was wrong with me at that time. But my girlfriend, who's now my wife, helped buy me a camera because she knew I was into photography at one point, and it was an easy transition for me because it had the trigger, you know, I had the scope, you know, so it was still kind of shooting, but instead of shooting at the enemy, I was shooting, creating something beautiful, trying to capture the beauty in life, you know, and that was awesome because once you see so much negative in your life, you just want the best, you know. Doesn't matter what your circumstances is. So I used photography as my weapon to get better and cure my PTSD. Well, not cure, but helps, you know.
Helps you live with it.
Yeah, help live, makes day-to-day living just a little bit easier.
And I just love when I meet veterans in the industry because they don't understand, like, we work hard. Like, this is a zero-fail mission. You know, we were talking about that with Juno last night.
Is it almost common for y'all to have to go through that side effect? Because I got a best friend who was discharged back when the 9/11 situation was coming on. You know what I'm saying? She still gets her benefits from it now, but it's the way she tells me how the the things that she do, and because she kind of like a musician too, she does those things and hobbies to cope with that. Does that happen often?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of veterans have to have a hobby, or they have to have something. They have to be moving. You know, once you move so fast, when you're in the military, everything is fast, man. Everything is so fast. You know, like getting food, eating food, getting up, getting dressed, everything is so fast. So when you get back here, it's really hard to
deal with slow people.
You need to have multiple things going on in order to help with that, in order to feel accomplished, completed. Because otherwise, there's some type of emptiness inside us. It's like, I gotta do something.
See, and people don't understand that you hit it right in the head, bro. That's why I'll call, like, come on, John, let's go. Like, people are like, what do you mean? Magic told me today. Magic goes, people just don't move like that. They can't. Yeah. I'll call Mikey. I'll do the same thing, but that's because that's what we're trained to do, right?
Yeah.
We see a mission. We have a goal. We accomplish it. We get in. We shoot, move, communicate, and we on to the next thing. So, and I loved it. I had the same problem just in the civilian life. I was like, what do you mean you're complaining? Wait, what are you complaining about? We got to get it done.
It's so tough, and like I think the toughest part is actually seeking help. I think that's the toughest part. And I recommend anybody who's out there struggling right now, don't be afraid to seek help. Don't be afraid to reach out and say, hey, I need a hand.
Yes. So, we have 22 veterans a day that we lose to suicide.
Yes, and it's very important. If you're not comfortable seeking professional help, do call a brother or sister. Yes. And give them a call. And if you haven't talked to your brothers or sisters in a long time, give them a call. Check up on them. And that's the brotherhood and sisterhood, I guess, that the military has instilled into all of us. So
yeah, that's how I found out I had PTSD. I had no idea. I had dealt with issues for 15, 16 years, and the night terrors, and just incredible things. And I was talking to a Navy guy, a Navy vet. He was in the submarine. And I was telling him, like, man, it's great. I had a rough night and this and that. And he's like, well, tell me. And I was telling him, he's like, you got PTSD. I'm like, come on, I didn't want the title.
Yeah.
I was like, what do you mean? I don't got that. I don't know what anxiety is, but like my heart's beating through my chest, So that's something that you learn with it, and I think I felt the same way. I felt that music saved my life. It kept the streets safe. You know what I mean? It gave me something to do and focus my energy on. And as you see, we're natural born leaders.
Yes.
Because we have to be, and then we start out at the bottom. Like everything we ask somebody to do, I've done it.
Yeah, and we're very hard on ourselves, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you meet a lot of veterans, if they, it's okay to fail, you know what I'm saying? But as long as you get back up and continue to fight. But veterans are super hard on themselves. We do not like to fail, you know what I'm saying? Like, we have to complete the mission. So when we fail, we get a little upset, but I just want to let everybody know, as far as the veterans out there, it's okay to fail. Don't get upset. We're not in the military right now, so you won't get ragged on. You won't get IT. So just relax. Become a better person and fix the problem.
So D, if they want to tap in with you, they want to see some of the work you're doing with the big guy, your films, kind of your projects. If they want to book you and they're in town, like where can they find you?
So you can find me at www.shadowmedia-ds.com. You can also find me on Instagram at shadow.mediaproductions. You can find me on Facebook at Shadow Media DS. If you would like to book me, you can actually book me through my website, or if you want, you can actually DM me my Instagram, and then we'll actually go from there.
All right, man. You heard it first, man. D, Semper Fi, my brother.
Salute. Thank you for having me. You
Thank
guys
you for
are
the
awesome.
Service, man.
Thank you.
Stay rocking. I'm going to come tap in with y'all when I hit New York, for sure.
Sir.
Thank you, man. It's Urban Grind Radio. We'll be right back.
Hey.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy D. Make sure you tune in to Urban Ride Radio.